4th, 2014. It's the first day of the West Virginia rifle season. Jared and Alvin and I are here up at Rucker Gap in Monongahela National Forest in Greenbrier County. Got our blinds set up on Saturday. I should have done some videoing so you see what camp life is like and us coming up setting up our blinds, but we were just too excited. Wanted to get up here, get the blinds set up. We know, back home in Fayette County that the rut was just getting kicked in just a week and a half. Bucks would start looking for does. They started tracking them. They wasn't really running them yet. But we got up here. It's kind of windy today. It rained last night. It's supposed to get up close to 60 today. I don't know what that's going to do for us. We did find plenty of scrapes and rubs. Jared's over on one ridge away from me. Alvin's on the trail coming up. I'm out here on my favorite ridge. And in fact, when I started out through here, where the ridge Jared's going on basically parallels my ridge, and he told me before you get to your blind, watch that hillside. So I was watching the hillside. He radioed me when he got to a cut off the old logging road to go to his blind. And as soon as he done that, I started walking in, and I wasn't 50 yards from my blind, and I could see out here on the flat, but on the hillside I heard something jump, and I seen the white flag, and it went down in the holler and straight up the hillside towards Jared. So I radioed Jared and told him, I said, you got a deer coming your way. Now whether he sees it or not, I don't know. This is the Monongahela National Forest. That deer can go anywhere it wants to. But we're set up for today. Plan to be here all week. Hopefully we'll get something. This blind I've got is one I purchased this year from Sportsman's Guide. It's nice and roomy. And I Scotch guarded it this summer. And like I said, it rained. It's nice and dry in here. Nothing's wet. And it's got the netting actually splits, and you can actually put your rifle barrel through it if you want to. I don't know if you can see it or not, but like right here, see, it splits open. But this is where we're at. Hopefully we'll see some action today. Hopefully I can get something on camera for you. But we'll be here, like I said, all day, and we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. It sounded like Alvin shot. Not 100% sure, he hasn't radioed. But those two shots come back from his direction. As far as I know, this area right here where we're hunting, Jared and myself and Alvin's only 3 hunting on here. Been hearing a lot of shooting over on the Little Allegheny Mountain side ever since I made the first clip of this video. Been a lot of shooting. This year we're hunting with 300 blackouts. I built this one, and then Jared and I built one for him, and it's supposed to be a real good rifle round. There's the bullets. 300 blackout is a 5.56 case that has been cut down to a 300. You cut the shoulder and the neck off, resize it with 300 dies. Basically, you take a 223 case that accepts a 30 caliber bullet, .308, and you can buy ammo. Remington makes it, Hornady makes it. I don't know if Winchester makes it yet. I reload, so I do all my own. I make my own brass from 5.56 223 cases. And I've had real good luck with the 150 grain Nosler ballistic tip. And that's what I'm trying in the 300. A lot of guys use the 125 grain. 300 blackout shoots subsonic and supersonic. Subsonic with suppressor, which I don't have. Don't really intend to get one. But will handle rifle bullets from 110 grain up to 230 grain. 230 grain be your subsonic, and 150 grain is not subsonic, it's supersonic. And I know some guys use 125 grain Nosler ballistic tips. There's a few I've talked to that use the 150s, and I have plenty of the 150s, so I decided I'm using the 150s. That's what I use in my 308 Winchester, that's what I use in my 30-06. So I've loaded up some ammo for Jared and myself, and that's what we're using. Hopefully we'll be able to get a shot of a deer and retrieve. See what, maybe even retrieve the bullet to see how it does. But a lot of people like these. The round hasn't been around but maybe 4 or 5 years. It's just like the 300 Whisper. In fact, if you have a 300 blackout, you can shoot 300 Whisper. But if you have a 300 Whisper rifle, you cannot shoot 300 blackout in it. It's about the same like a 38 357. You have a 38, you can't shoot 357s in it. But if you have a 357, of course, you can shoot 38s. But I enjoy building ARs. This is the counting Jared. I helped Jared build his, but counting that makes 4 that I've built. I've hunted with the 223. I've killed a deer. Jared's killed a deer with the 223. But I wanted 30 caliber bullet, and I didn't want an AR-10. At the time building these, parts for AR-10s were hard to find. Plus, an AR-10 is extremely heavy. At least to me it is. And that's with a scope on it. But the 300, I mean, basically, only thing you change on a 300 is the barrel. Use the same magazines as a 223 5.56, same bolt carrier group, same upper, and forearm, same gas block, gas tube. You just change out the barrel, the chamber of the 300 blackout. And of course you've seen my videos of me building, testing the 300 blackout. So that's what we're hunting with up here. I'm going to sit back and see if Alvin radios. Maybe do a little grunt calling in here. See if I can get something to move if they're getting into the rut or right into it. Maybe a little bit of grunting will entice one to come out. So turn this camera back around and we'll see what happens. Well, I just had radio contact with Jared and Alvin. Jared just now radioed me and asked me if it was me that shot. And I told him no, it wasn't me. I thought it was Alvin. And then Alvin just radioed back and said nope, it wasn't him. So undoubtedly there's somebody fairly close to Alvin, because that's where I thought it coming from, was from his way. So it could be somebody at the top of the mountain. Wind's picked up pretty good. It's really blustery. I mean, it's just a roaring Hope it doesn't get any worse, or I have to pack up and move out. I don't want to be in no blind and wind blowing like that. So hopefully something will start moving here. Shooting has started to die down. Haven't heard any for about a half hour, so just wait and see. Here's the one advantage of being in a blind. It's 12:25. Haven't seen anything since that first deer this morning. Wind's picked up. Made the wind chill a little bit cooler. And you're hungry. Now, a Primus power gas system burner. Little Stanley cooking pot. Got some Roman noodles in there. That pot comes with 2 cups that fit inside the pot. So basically your bowls to eat with. I guess if you wanted to make coffee, I mean it's got vents in the top. If you wanted to make coffee, I guess you could make coffee in it. But another thing, that little Primus burner, say it was cold. You're in your blind, you got that thing, even if you wasn't cooking, that's a little bit of portable heat. Those little tanks, or, they're small, they can go in your backpack. I don't know how long they last. This is my first year doing this, but I thought, I get up on this mountain where I hunt at, I can pack a sandwich and a snack cake with me, but when it's up here and you're cold, you want something hot to eat. And unless you carry a thermos or something like that, with this, do it right here. Like I said, I got portable heat. I can feel the heat in here already off of this thing. So, it's just some little new feature that I've incorporated into my blind hunting. This is the second year hunting in a blind. First year I used a friend of Jared's blind and liked it. I thought this is neat. Just gets you out of the weather. Like that wind right there, that wind's not touching me whatsoever, other than if it comes through the window. It's open. I wanted to show you that. That was neat. Got my little camp. I guess it's from Ozark Trails. Actually, it is a fork. This is the fork. That's the spoon. Basically go back together. They look like a Swiss Army knife when you're done. It's got a knife blade, corkscrew, can opener. So there's the spoon. You close it. This locks the handle all back together. So just some things I've picked up this summer. This will make my hunting a little bit more enjoyable. Like I said, I can feel the heat off that. That feels good. Yeah, I like that. But that's just something I thought I'd show you. There's no sense in being miserable. So when you're a mile and a half from the truck and probably about 3 miles from camp, bring something with you to eat and fix it, and provide a little bit of heat. Listen to that wind. That's what we've had to deal with ever since around noon. I don't know if ain't no sense in using a grunt call. Wind roaring like that, I don't think, unless it's standing 10 yards in front of you, I don't think a deer is going to hear it. I think I'm going to move out of my blind and hunt from outside. I mean, we're in tall, standing timber. Some of this stuff hasn't been cut for 50 years or more. They don't allow too much cutting in the national forest anyway, so as you can see out there on the ground, there's all kinds of tops and stuff laying on the ground. I'm sitting right beside a big old oak tree. It's already got a dead limb broke hanging in it. I think I'm going to pull out of my blind and hunt from outside the blind. At least I can keep an eye on things. That's the only problem with hunting in the blind. All you can see is in front of you and to your left and right. You just cannot see behind you unless you open up the windows, and that defeats the purpose of the blind. You can't see above you at all. So if you're in timber like this, where the tops just break off and fall to the ground and stuff, got dead limbs, got wind gusts of 40-50 miles an hour, probably need to be out of the blind. So I'm going to pack things up, get out of this blind.